What are you controlling home?
Good evening. We're going to call this meeting of the Las Vegas Clark County Library District Board of Trustees to order Thursday, October 10th at 5 p.m. Please call roll.
Chair Wah,
Present.
Trustee Rogers, Trustee Haran,
Here.
Trustee Whiteley,
Here.
Trustee Foyt,
Here.
Trustee Benavides,
Here.
Trustee Sanchez, Trustee Dukowski,
Here.
Trustee White, and Trustee Jimenez.
Excuse me, Trustee Sanchez is here. I was having issues with my microphone. So sorry.
And we do have a quorum, Chair.
Thank you very much. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Agenda item number 2, public comment. Topics raised during this item must be limited to matters on today's agenda. Anyone wishing to speak during this item must sign up on the roster provided prior to the public comment period. Do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
No, we don't.
Okay, then I will close public comment, move to agenda item number 3, board action to accept proposed agenda. Could I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the agenda.
We have a motion from Trustee Haran. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Trustee Foyt. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Agenda item number 4, approval of proposed minutes. These are the minutes for the September 12th regular board meeting. Are there any corrections or notes people would like to make? And if not, I would accept a motion.
I move to accept the minutes from the September meeting.
You have a motion from Trustee Haran. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Trustee Dukowski. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Agenda item number 5, executive session regarding litigation, budget, and labor issues. If necessary, this will be a closed session estimated to require up to 45 minutes. We have to receive a briefing from legal counsel. I'm told we don't need a motion because it's just a briefing. So we will ask everyone here to wait outside for a moment while we switch over. It should be pretty quick. So thank you.
While they're moving out, I'll just tell you, Scott Abbott was going to do this briefing. Unfortunately, he had a family medical emergency. I don't know what it is. But they sent me over his notes, so this will be his briefing through me, but I can answer in general some questions if you have them. Yes, yes. I talked to the spirits. Shadow we have. And
Can you hear us?
us online? Elaine, can you hear me? Maybe I do speak.
Are we good to go in the back? Oh. Oh, we're good to go. Awesome. Chair's report, trustees report. So chair's report, I don't have anything for you all this meeting, except that I appreciate each and every one of you and the service that you do for our district. I did skip class for this, so you're welcome. No, and so the next one, Las Vegas Clark County Library District Foundation presentation. Does someone have that, or because I don't see Felipe? Oh, okay. So we're just gonna skip past that. What was that? Executive Director Watson.
So I'll just share that as a follow-up from our last meeting, that we're working on a draft MOU with the foundation. We on the library district side drafted it, an initial draft, and we sent it over to the foundation president, as well as to the treasurer of the foundation. So they are reviewing it. We have not received any follow-up or feedback at this point, but we'll be continuing our conversations as mentioned by Felipe during the last meeting.
Thank you.
I have a
Director.
question.
Trustee Sanchez.
Yes, I was wondering if we could actually get this on the agenda instead of it being a report, because then that way we can actually ask questions and have a conversation about it and also potentially give direction. So can we ask for that to happen in November? And I'm talking about when Felipe and the foundation comes to give us a report.
So if they're doing a report, then we can discuss and we can ask questions and we can have a back and forth and we can make our wishes known. If you're asking for a formal action,
No, I'm asking for a report and to have a discussion about where they're at. I thought they were going to come and give us a discussion about their budget and where they're at.
Then we can do that with it being a report, and that's why we've included in this section so that can happen.
Were they aware that they were to come today?
When I spoke to Felipe when he became president, yes, he knew that he was but I didn't follow up and say, hey, here's a reminder that you're supposed to come to the meeting. But he said he wanted to come he said he wanted to come do a report. So we put it on the agenda. So when he's prepared with his report, it'll be there.
Okay, so would we like to call him just to let him know that he's on the agenda for November?
And we can leave it as a standing item for every agenda. So every month, if he would like to make a report, he will certainly be free to do so. So we'll make sure that's communicated to him.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Moving on to agenda item number 7, library reports. 7A, Executive Director report. Executive Director Watson.
Thank you, Chair Wah. My Executive Director report is submitted. I'll take any questions. The only additional comment that I have to add before that is to just let everyone know that the library district has been nominated again, or we're a finalist for the Vegas Chamber Business of the Year. We were also a finalist last year, so we're hoping to make that something that happens. The luncheon for the Business of the Year luncheon takes place next Thursday, October 17th. So I will be in attendance and look forward to bringing that home to us. I'll take any questions at this time, Chair Wah.
Are there any questions for Executive Director Watson? And if none,
I would just like to make a comment.
Yes, Trustee Sanchez.
I just wanted to say that, I think you know this, Kelvin, but your staff is absolutely remarkable. I had the honor of working with them on Friday night and all day Saturday at the Summerlin Fall Festival. And it truly is incredible to see people working out, in the sun, and it's 103 degrees, and they're putting everything together Friday night until 8 p.m. And then they're getting up first thing in the morning at 7 and showing up to put the rest together. I can't even say how many people were in attendance, but there were so many great people that were staff working out there, providing water and just making a lot of families happy. I met some families that had just moved to Las Vegas, and they were so impressed by all of the different items and all the different features that that festival provided. And then I also met a family that had been there 8 years in a row, which I think is as long as it's been happening. So kudos to the entire team, Sasha and her whole team, Terry and Deandra and Brenda. And I think I even saw Ebony there for a little bit at the event. Just wanted to say thank you to all the staff. I mean, they truly are wonderful, wonderful staff.
Thank you, Trustee Sanchez, and I'll just echo that and thank you everyone for the work that you guys do each and every day. Particular shout out to community engagement for your work after last meeting and addressing some concerns that we had received, and then helping the school district get a meeting space for an event. So thank you everyone for your work there. Are there any reports that trustees would like to pull at this time? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and accept the reports. We have no unfinished business. We have no new business. We do have a consent agenda, which is to approve discussion and possible board action to approve the days of closing for the calendar year 2025. Trustees, this was included as part of your backup, with the closing days being New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day, Easter Sunday, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Nevada Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, Family Day, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day, as well as closing the library district at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, December 31st, 2025. Are there any questions, comments? And if there are none, then I will accept a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
We have a motion from Trustee Sanchez, a second from Trustee Foyt. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Agenda item number 10, announcements. Trustees, the Finance and Audit Committee will meet on Wednesday, November 13th at 11 a.m. That will be a virtual meeting. The November board meeting will be held on Thursday, November 14th at 5 p.m. at the Sahara West Library. The December board meeting will be held on Thursday, December 12th at 5 p.m. at the West Las Vegas Library. And the January meeting will be held on Thursday, January 16th at 5 p.m. at the Summerlin Library. And trustees, just so you're aware, I will not be present at the January meeting because I have a class and my final paper for my doctorate is due in February. So I have work to do on that. So I will not be there in January, but you will be in good hands with Vice Chair Rogers. Agenda item number 11, public comment. Topics raised on this item cannot be acted upon until notice provisions of the open meeting law have been met. Have we had anyone sign up for public comment for this portion of the meeting?
No one signed up.
And Director Watson, you have a couple public comments to read.
So these public comments were emailed. There's the first one, there's no, the name is Linda Hammersmith. Her address is 8155 West Charleston Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89117. Since the post-pandemic reopening of the library, the quality of basic technology classes offered to adults seems to be declining. I assume this could be due to some employees retiring from the library. Does the library district have any strategy or plans to remedy this decline by encouraging more skill-based recruitment? And what steps do the board members think they can take to ensure that the library is doing what it can to get employees in a place where they can have the most positive effect on the organization and the community? So that's the end of the first public comment. The next public comment is from Christine Danino. Address is 3794 Neblina Drive, Henderson, Nevada, 89052. The comments in this email are to be included in the minutes of today's board meeting. Based on the Nevada Commission on Ethics website, hereafter NCE, regarding ethics complaint filed against Kelvin Watson. On July 15, 2024, under NAC 281A.430, The panel unanimously finds and concludes that the facts establish credible evidence to support a determination that just and sufficient cause exists for the commission to render an opinion in the matter regarding the alleged violations of NRS 281.4001 and 281.4002. Therefore, this complaint is referred to the commission to render an opinion. However, despite the Board of Trustees' knowledge of the ethics complaint and announcing the same at a board meeting, the majority of the district's trustees awarded Kelvin Watson's imprudent, narcissistic, and selfish judgment and actions with a pay increase rather than the immediate termination of his contract. The board has granted Kelvin Watson preferential treatment as a male by awarding him a pay increase, whereas Kelvin Watson terminated a former female director pursuant to a potential conflict of interest filed with the NCE. According to online documents, the aforementioned female director was responsible for paying her own legal fees and costs associated with the NCE complaint. I encourage all media outlets to inquire if taxpayer dollars are being used to pay Kelvin Watson's legal costs and fees associated with NCE. I encourage all voters to reach out to their county commissioners or city council members, as each district trustee is appointed by either a county commissioner or city council member, and ask if their district trustee representative awarded Kelvin Watson a pay increase pursuant to the NCE complaint. Moreover, I encourage all taxpayers to inquire if their hard-earned dollars are being used to support Kelvin Watson's legal costs and fees associated with this ethics complaint. All city council and commission contact information can be found in Sunday's edition of the Review Journal. At a minimum, the discussion of a pay increase for Kelvin Watson should have been put on hold pending the NCE's final determination, as retro pay is always an option. Pursuant to Kelvin Watson's decision to terminate the aforementioned female director, Kelvin tasked Jeff Serpico, Human Resources Director, to create a mandatory yearly ethics training program for all employees. Yet, Kelvin Watson violated the district's policy regarding gifts and failed to abide by his own required ethics training. A true leader models and exemplifies the very conduct, professionalism, judgment, and behavior he or she expects from employees. However, Kelvin Watson failed miserably in this regard. Christine Danino. The end of that.
Thank you. There being no more public comment, we'll move on to agenda item number 12, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn? A motion from trustee Huron. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from trustee, I'm going to give that one to trustee Whiteley, trustee White. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, no. We are adjourned. See at 5:29, and we will see everyone in November. Thank you.
By the way, I'm moving you out.